what's the phrase that kids use? Raw dogging it? We're not raw dogging it. Hey y'all, I'm Kate with Simple and Healthy Mama, and I wanted to talk to you today about something that came in the mail for me that is exciting and that you might want to know about. So these two little pills here came in the mail, and these are lorazepam, which is some sort of like anxiety thing, and they were prescribed for my upcoming IUD appointment where I'm going to have my old one taken out and my new one put in. And what is exciting about this is this sort of thing only recently became recommended because, we're in the dark ages of women's health here in America, but it only recently became recommended by two of the major medical organizations in our country. But now that they are recommended, you have options for pain relief for IUD insertion and removal. This is huge news, guys. If any of you have been through this procedure before, it's one of those where they use words like slight discomfort and mild cramping. And when they use those words, I want to kick them in the face. And I know it's not their fault. That's probably what they were trained to do. But if they had ever had it done to them, which some of them maybe have, you might know that although there's a chance of slight discomfort and mild cramping, there is also a chance that they don't mention of it feeling like you're being butchered from the inside. And I have had this experience multiple times. I'm sure some of you have. And that's why I'm excited to share with you this information. I've got my notes right here so I get it right, because it was not until last year, this is 2026, last year, 2025, that the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, ACOG, published a comprehensive clinical consensus detailing how doctors can provide pain relief for this. They actually urged practitioners not to underestimate the pain patients experience during the procedure, because historically it has definitely been underestimated. And if you have a wonky cervix like I do, I have other friends who do, where like these things are just, it doesn't go smoothly, it can be incredibly painful. And for me, I need it for certain. It has some benefits for controlling my period, not just birth control. And so I actually need an IUD to be able to function in my life. It is amazing once it is there. But getting it put in, I've had two doctors fail. Once resulted in my son then being born, which was great. We were planning on having a second kid anyway, but um, it would be nice for women to know that you now have these options of asking for pain relief. Oh, so the other organization, it was 2024, so the year before last year. They're really on top of it. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention updated their practice recommendations, urging doctors to openly counsel patients on pain management options and expanding the recommended pain relief options to include topical lidocaine like sprays or gels, as well as injectable lidocaine, which is considered a paracervical block. So my doctor, I went in and I was like, we're doing this. Like, we're not doing this just, what's the phrase that kids use? Raw dogging it? We're not raw dogging it. Um, we're going to need some pain relief for this because I've had such bad experiences in the past. And so she gave me two pills that I'm supposed to take before I go in or on my way in, and then have a driver because apparently you can't drive after that. Whatever. I can get a driver. I have friends. And then when I'm in, she's going to do, I don't know if she's doing the topical lidocaine or the injectable, but we're doing stuff to make this hopefully more tolerable and then hopefully successful. Because I have had a couple of times, like I said, where a doctor couldn't get it in. The first doctor couldn't get it in and just said, you can't have one, as in ever, because one person, one doctor, couldn't get it in. To me, that seems like maybe her ego was not quite in check. I hate to criticize people, but like, come on. Because then someone else later did get one in. So it's not that it's actually impossible. It's that there are different techniques for doing this, just as there are now pain relief options. So I wanted to encourage you, if this is something you might have coming up, to advocate for yourself. You might have to go to more than one place. You might have to call around. I had to make a lot of phone calls to get what I needed, which is I actually need it inserted with ultrasound guidance, because that's what actually was ultimately successful last time. So they actually can see what they're doing. that may or may not be necessary for you. But if you have had them try and fail, or it has been excruciating, I just want you to know that you have options now, but you do have to know your options and you have to advocate for yourself, unfortunately. So hopefully now you'll know what to ask for. And I am hoping that the word spreads and that more and more women and people needing IUDs are able to do it with a lot less pain and not expected as usual, um, historically usual, that we are expected to like grin and bear it and not complain about the pain and just hold still when it feels like we're being butchered from the inside. So good luck. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you have experience with this down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.